right, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. Hey! I'm going over some two-dimensional geography, or geometry. And this is the review. We're talking about similar figures and circles. So we're going over some questions to apply the formulas and the rules that we've learned. Solve each of the problems below. These represent the types of questions on your test. Be sure to ask questions if you need more help with a topic. So we're going to skip this part up here because we didn't necessarily really talk about triangles and we're not being tested on those until later, if at all. And then down here at the bottom, it says I can use models and formulas to connect area and circumference. All right, describe how the circumference and the diameter of a circle are related. So circumference is the distance around a circle. And it equals a little more than 3 diameters wrapped around it. Hence where we get pi. So this is a little more than 3. So for number 6, it says write an equation for the area of a circle given the following conditions. So if my diameter is 15, my radius is 7.5, and area of a circle is pi times radius squared, which is pi times radius times radius. So this would be area equals pi times 7.5 times 7.5. Bam, I'll put these in parentheses. Okay? If you wanted to multiply this out, this would be 7.5 times 7.5. 5 times 5 is 25. 37. 5. 3. 5. 2. 5. 5. So this would be 55 1/4 pi. This is leaving it in terms of pi, so basically I would have to multiply by pi to get the exact or more accurate answer. So here, 5.5, so my area would equal pi times 5.5 times 5.5. Again, these should be parentheses, my bad, not dots. And then I would work that out, so 5.5 times 5.5. 5 times 5 is 25, 27, 5, 2, 30 1/4 times pi. Okay, so if you were to multiply those out, this would be about 3 times that, this would be about 3 times that, so this would be about between 90 and 100 something, and this would be between 150 and 200 something. All right, let's go on to the next page. The button below has a diameter of 4 centimeters. What is the area of the button? Oh, let me let this clear up. So I'm going to write my formulas down. C equals pi times diameter, or C equals 2 pi radius. Area equals pi times radius squared. I'm going to find the circumference and the area of this circle just to get myself more practice. So circumference equals pi times diameter. Area equals pi times radius. My diameter is 4. My radius is half of 4, which is 2. Pi times radius squared. Don't forget that. So over here, my circumference would be 4 times pi, which would also be 12.56 if I'm not mistaken. 314 times 4. 6, carry the 1. 5, 12. Yep. And then my area would equal the same, ironically, because r squared is also my diameter. So area equals 2 times 2 times pi, which is 4 times pi, which is 12.56. This is the only time and circumference and an area will equal the same. That's when my radius is 2 and my diameter is 4. A baby monitor picks up signals with a 50-meter radius. There's my R. How many square meters of coverage does the baby monitor cover or provide? So square meters is area, but again, I'm finding area and I'm going to find circumference. Circumference equals pi diameter. So my radius is 50. My radius squared is 50 times 50, which is 25. And I need 2 zeros. My diameter is 100, so my circumference equals 100 times pi, which is 314. And then over here, I need 2,500 times 3.14. And that's going to be, I'm going to use my resources. $78.50. Square meters. And this is just meters over here. Number 9, the area of a circle below is 28.26 feet squared. What is the diameter? So this is working backwards. A equals pi r squared. So 28.26 equals pi times radius squared. I'm going to divide both sides by pi to get rid of it. 28.26 divided by pi. That's like 28.26 divided by about 3. That'll put me at 9. 9 equals r squared. And then I have to think of what times itself gives me 9, and that's going to be 3. So if my radius is 3, then my diameter is double that, which is 6. And then my circumference would be pi times diameter, which is 6 pi, and that's 18.84. 6 pi, 18.84. Alright. Number 10, the circle in the center of the basketball court is being painted. The circle has a radius of 9 feet. What is the circumference of the circle? Leave your solution in terms of pi. So here's my circle, and this is 9 feet. So radius equals 9, diameter equals 2 times 9, which is 18. Circumference equals pi times diameter, which means circumference equals 18 pi, because I have to leave it in terms of pi, which means I'm leaving pi there. That's my circumference, and for extra practice, my area equals pi times radius squared. My radius squared is 81, so my area would equal 81 pi. Again, that's just for extra practice down here. The circumference of a circle is 28.26. What is the radius? We just did this over here. Oh, just kidding. That was the area. Okay, so we're going to do the same concept though. So circumference equals pi times diameter. 28.26 equals pi times diameter. Divide both sides by pi. Divide by pi. These pi's will cancel out. I'm going to be left with my diameter, which is 9. And then I'll cut it in half to get my radius. which is 4.5. Remember, if they give you a circumference or an area, you must divide by pi to get your radius squared or your diameter. Oh, excuse me. A little girl stands on a carousel and rotates around the ride 6 times. So I'm going to need 6 circumferences. If the distance between the little girl and the center of the carousel is 8 feet, so the distance between the little girl and the center is 8 feet, so that's my radius. Then how many feet does the little girl travel? So I need circumference equals pi times diameter, and then I need it 6 times. So if my radius is 8, my diameter is 16. So circumference equals 16 times pi, which is 12, which is 50 and 24 hundredths, and then I need that 6 times. 6 times would be 6, 4, 2, that's 12, 14, 301 and 44 feet. 301 and 44 hundredths feet. All right, now let's look at some similar triangles or similar figures. Triangle ABC and AED are similar. Write a proportion to prove their similarity. So, remember, when I'm given the shapes, I always need to match their corresponding sides. So if I were to say AB is to BC, then I need to match the letters that go with those places on the other shape. So AB would match AE, and it would correspond to, on the same shape, ED. Now this is just one example. You don't have to use this exact proportion, but this one would be the same. I could also do BC is to ED as BA is to E. Okay, I've got to always make sure that they match. So B and E match, B and E, C and D match, C and D, B and E, and A and A. Okay? All right, number 14. Pentagon QRSTU is similar to pentagon EFGHI. So QRSTU, EFGHI. List the corresponding parts of the figures below. So angle T. Who matches with angle T? That's going to be angle H. Line UQ. So UQ, and I have to do the same thing down here. That will be IE. Line RS. RS matches FG. There we go. All right, we're going to skip this page, and then we'll go on to the last page on my next video.